one for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, your intuitive annual reading. So I'm going to flip this around and check out my new pond, y'all. God wanted me to stick this vase in the freezer. And there's a message here, reason why. And I want you to take a good look at this vase. So, I know, God be telling me to do silly things for a reason, though, guys. I know it sounds strange, but God's like, yes, there's a message here with this vase. I always use this vase. You might notice every time I do a water reading for any water sign, I always showcase the vase. And it gives me, like, messages about where our water levels are going, like what's going on with the environment, with the evaporation, with the water that's going on Earth and stuff. And God told me that you stick this vase filled with water in the freezer, I'm going to show you what's going to happen in the near future. So I did. I stuck it in the freezer, and sure enough, the vase cracked. And as you could see, like, there's glass missing. So basically, he showed me as soon as we get saturated, the earth is going to be saturated with a lot of water, a lot of flooding, a lot of water. A lot of regions are going to be getting a lot of, like, water, a lot of rain, a lot of saturation, a lot of that. And then it's going to freeze. Like, I have a feeling this winter is going to be a rough winter for us. Between now, 2024, going into 2025, it's going to be a rough winter. Things are going to get really, really cold. And what happens to ice when it gets cold? But it expands. It expands, it gets larger, and then it will crack through whatever solid, whatever mass is holding it. It will find its way through. It will crack through. It will break through. There will be a breakthrough of some sort. So the message I'm getting here for you, Scorpio, is be ready for that. Be ready for very cold environment. Be ready for that shift that happens when pipes break, when electricity is not working. Look for ways to stay warm, to stay hot. Heating methods. I mean, our best source of heat is the sun, but God's showing me that even that's not going to be able to be accessible. It's going to be lots of clouds, a lot of the sun is not going to be able to get through. So I want you to brainstorm about that. I have a feeling that has a lot to do with your soul mission here on Earth. Is how to encapsulate water, how to deter water, how to go with the flow, how to make the water flow evenly, distribute evenly, be stored efficiently, effectively in our bodies, in our minds, in our environment. Please excuse me, but I just had to take a little bite of something and drink something. And please pray over your water. Pray over your food. Scorpio. Okay, so we have shifted into Scorpio season now. Happy birthday, Scorpio, to all my Scorpios out there. Happy belated birthday. If your birthday just passed, happy birthday. Let's get ready, guys, for inclement, icy weather conditions. Humongo bungo sized hail, y'all. Get ready for that. Get ready. Get ready. Right after Scorpio season, or right in the middle of Scorpio season, I see humongo bungo sized hail. Humongo bungo. And regardless, I see both masculine and feminine aspects. Must learn to balance their emotions accordingly, okay? You got to learn to balance your emotions accordingly. This is for all Scorpios primarily. Your soul calling challenge is to master emotional intelligence, wisdom, and divine protection and healing. Some aspects you might gravitate more towards than others, but that is your master calling, Scorpios. You are the King of Cups in the zodiac, in the tarot. So, you're a master healer in the Osho Zen as well. I'm going to give you the good messages first. Of course, I always do. So, I actually have Scorpio in my birth chart too. It's in my 6th house of Uranus, like 12 degrees, Scorpio, 54 cubics. And I predominantly carry more Cancer in my birth chart than any other sign. So I have 4 water placements. So it's rather easy for me to channel your energy, Scorpio. I found it rather easy. And when it comes to the elements of air and water mixing, that's my jam. Okay? So I usually can predict when storms are about to roll through ahead of time. Unfortunately, I have some rather bad news, though. Okay, so the next 7 years are going to be turbulent. Climate change is not a joke, guys. Climate change is not a joke. This is just the beginning of the end for most of the inhabitants upon our Earth. We have a plan in place. Okay? This, my friend, is prophecy. I do see the Earth turning blue. Honestly. We don't know where all the inhabitants are going to go or how they're going to survive, but this is an event that we need to prepare ahead for. A water world. Surviving the ocean blue. We may need to become seafaring people again. And if you are a seafaring person, that will give you an advantage. So get your vessels ready, people. Get those vessels ready. Many people being stuck or struck by lightning in 2025. I know, it sounds crazy. I see it. Many people being struck by lightning next year. I see a Scorpio with ADHD perceiving this disorder and using it as a superpower by becoming more hyper-vigilant and attentive. Don't tell me those people with ADHD don't have a purpose. They do, and they will in 2025. Mark my words. And I'm getting chills just saying that, but it's true. And out of all the signs in the zodiac, Scorpios are innately the most protective sign. Oh yeah, you Scorpios are very protective. Excuse me. This is a message. I want to give a shout out to Halo Moon Tarot. Hi, Halo Moon Tarot, with her Scorpio singles fantasizing about a new person. They love the chase. So, she says that you may be assessing the situation, Scorpio. Pride may be taking a hit here, so move on. 5 days, 5 weeks, change. I see change, but sitting on the fence, making a choice, somewhat preparing and hoping for the best. And you feel something is a little bit off with this person. Okay, Scorpio? You are in the early stages of building a friendship with this person. They throw the boomerang and see if it comes back around. Happiness, joy, high vibrational. You're wondering if they are dependable, Scorpio. This person may get overwhelmed and puts on the brakes. And then you have to take another look, doing things by the book, balance, out with the old, in with the new. And they're wondering if you are reliable and dependable too. It's that energy of feeling sad, but remember, boundaries are important here. You may feel an instant connection. Oh, hold on, actually. This is another message from Saltwater Heals Tarot. In her Scorpio, I have crossed oceans of time to find you. So she says you may have an instant connection with someone. And you may feel like there's unfinished business or soul retrieval energy of it's safe to come home. So this person, you might meet them in church, or there's a candle, or both have faith in the other, that you are my sanctuary kind of vibe, you are my home. Someone prayed for this. This is an answered prayer, a prayer to find you again, a wish fulfilled. Bram Stoker's Dracula vibe. So there's that person. They might be the same person, they might be totally different people. Remember, this is an annual reading. This is for the whole year. It's not just 1 week or 1 month. All right. So she also says that somebody who is not very open, standoffish, secret admirer type, guarded, on their way. But she says that she sees money coming in for you, Scorpio, with this person. Okay? They might not be very open at first. Then I want to give another shout out to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. In her Stop Everything, What's Happening to You is Unbelievable. She says that you are a creator. You are going to be successful and known for something, Scorpio. You are a creator. Your energy is very powerful. It's time. Know that you already have all the tools. That new moon energy on November 1st. We just did it. November 1st, the new moon energy. You are aligning, my friend. You are going to be in the place you are desiring to be with a clean slate. Starting from scratch, my friend. So surround yourselves in energy with high vibing people. And notice how people affect your energy. Like, notice how foods affect your energy. Notice how substances affect your energy. Okay? Also, Sacred Knowledge Tarot says that you have old soul energy. Either you or someone you need to know is going to have that old soul energy. People may be asking you for advice or leadership, like that lone wolf energy. Things that are coming in front. Things that are coming from the surface, from below the surface, are now coming up with shadow aspects. You're going to feel those shadow aspects coming to the surface from old soul energy. But it's actually kind of a dreamy escape or an adventure in a way, kind of vibe that you're getting from this November 1st new moon, this old soul energy. But if you tell your family and friends how you feel, you will find that you are all on the same page. Interesting. And there's harmony, balance, doing the right thing, making the right choice concerning your stability, all that. And it's time to break free from a situation that maybe you were stuck in. It's time to break free from that. I see passion, creativity, and focus. Don't be afraid to be ambitious, Scorpio. It's all about changing your focus, feeling enthusiastic and going for it and working in a team setting and knowing what you want. Not afraid of taking the lead. It's about someone coming in right. That's why they are apprehensive. They may not feel like you're coming in making them a solid offer at first. They have higher standards for whom they connect with sexually. with like a ring or a commitment. They want that commitment. They want a solid promise. You know, that's something, I guess, that sacred, that Halo Moon wanted to share with you. So Halo Moon also sees you partnering up. Someplace that you go, you're gonna end up partnering up there. And your intuition is stronger than ever this year in 2025, going through a lot emotionally. See you going through a lot emotionally this year in 2025, 2024, the end of it. But passed down loved one wants to say that they are taking pictures with you, Scorpio. Look, like when you're looking at a picture, look for an orb in the picture, because they are watching over your children. So trust in that some of your children may be able to see your passed down loved one in the spirit realm, because the veil is thinning, and I get goosebumps on that one because that's very high vibing message that a spirit soul mate or a soul passed down loved one wanted me to share with you, Scorpio, today. So keep that in mind. Blessings are coming in threes. You're getting the trifecta this year. Protection is on your side this year, Scorpio, the trifecta. Blessings are happening in threes. 1, 2, 3. A blessing on a resolution, a blessing on a home. Something positive is coming to you concerning a living situation. You are about to be vindicated. Anything that has been heavy on your heart will be brought to peace, Scorpio. There's actually someone in your life, but you are feeling a lot of weird vibes from them. But something's off. You may be warning someone. Well, you are right, Scorpio. Someone is not who they appear to be. You are right about that. Follow your intuition. Remember, your intuition is on point this year. Okay, so there's someone who is grounded and financially stable. Possible soulmate. You may meet someone like that this year. That's good. I see a contract or negotiation. The straw that breaks the camel's back. Being a little too cautious. But a business opportunity and love is around you during this time. During this contract or negotiation. Scorpio, you are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. Many people are rooting for you, actually, Scorpio. That you get that. Because they feel you deserve it. Other people feel you deserve it. You need to know that you deserve it as well. So there's this renewal, regenerative, self-care energy happening in 2025. You're asking yourself, what can you do to your body to gain strength? Maybe you're going to be working out or doing brain exercises, or conscious expansion is happening. You're going through this new era and being an example to other people. So I want you to document your story of a lifestyle that you created so you could teach others how to create that same lifestyle. So document your journey, your story somewhere. You could document it, blog it on a blog, or you could document it on social media, doing snippets and videos of little things here and there. But yeah, it's worth sharing. And I see the soul tribe that's aligned to your energy, Scorpio. The right people, places, resources, but you have to be actively participating. You might have to be in the limelight. People will see your talents here, Scorpio, and it will be revealed who you truly are, your authentic self. So be proud, be grateful, be thankful for your desired reality. Be an active participant, Scorpio. Put the energy in and activate it through visualization, through the Holy Spirit. It will bring it into your life. Manifesting, generator. Start by taking steps now, okay? You are a manifesting generator. What is it going to take to create this dream? What is it that you're going to need to do? It's time to take those steps. The steps that you need in order to create your dream. The steps that you need to take. Because you are a creator. So I see you possibly taking self-reflection. Go find yourself, Scorpio, so you can find me. Being obsessed, I see you being obsessed with a hobby or struggling with an addiction. But there's a wand in the hand. This masculine has a hard time letting go of things. It's a very intense energy. Doesn't want to let go of that want, that obsession, that desire, that and you're doing a lot of self-reflection about that, about what you're obsessed about, what you're addicted of, what are you wasting in, what are you indulging all your time in, okay? So this is symbolic of a masculine having to go within, but there's a victory after a war here. I see somebody waiting for them to come back home. I made it through the war, babe. A war that they face within themselves, okay? Not just on the outside, but within, okay? I also see a high-vibing feminine warrioress that has to fight and hold down the fort. Oh, yeah. She has to fight to hold down the home, to keep it all legit while our man's at war. Self-reflection. Go find yourself, Scorpio. This is your time, so you can find me. Me being that thing that you desire. Me being God, or Jesus, or symbolic of the one that's made for you, the one who's created for you. That person, okay? Okay, if you start to notice a pattern this year, like a past relationship, for instance, make sure that they are treating you right, this past person. Someone may come in just because they see you with someone else. So they just want to sabotage a good thing that you have going with someone else because they don't want to see you happy, or you know what I mean? So they come on in. Be careful of that, of that pattern, of this person, from this person that might be clinging on to you. Someone is pulling back to avoid competition. You are different than their usual type, or someone is different than your usual type and they're moving slow. So I see this dynamic going on with you this year with someone. Be mindful of that. Maybe this person doesn't like competition. Maybe that scares them away. So keep in mind, if you're trying to make that person jealous, maybe that's going to backfire on you. So be careful of that too. Prophecy. All right, here we go. Another prophetic message. God has shown me that we will be affected strongly with first an earthquake event, followed by a tidal wave flood event, followed by a blast fire event. Now, after the earthquake event, the other events occur within hours. This is not to instill fear, okay, guys? This message is to invoke humanity with preparations. That's right. I don't know the exact timing, but I have an inclination that this event will occur in 2029. Be prepared, not scared, okay? The event will start with an Apollo asteroid when it hits Earth. An asteroid's going to come and hit Earth, okay? That's the prophecy that I see. Just want to get it out there because it's going to involve a tidal wave, which Scorpio should be well aware of and know how to deal with it. Okay? That's why I'm giving you this message. And we're in 2024. That's only 5 years away. So if we could just get that message out there to sink in, maybe we might be able to survive that event. All right. Anyhow, I foresee a son who is a Scorpio looking out for his parents or family in the event of a natural disaster and being victorious. My advice is not to become complacent during that time. Okay? Don't become complacent. I see a lot of Scorpios becoming content creators in 2025. Oh yeah. Content creators are going to be up the wazoo skis. I see a Scorpio sign speaking up for the contamination of our drinking water, outlawing fluoride and chemical spills with a class action lawsuit and how it is poisoning our waterways. I'm getting chills because this lawyer, this person, I think they're a lawyer and they're really good at it. They're really, really good at it. I pray for those people that are coming into law and are learning their skill in their field and they are getting it. They are getting it. They are breaking free from all the isolation, all the gatekeeping. Honestly, I see it happening in 2025. So many laws are going to be reformed. So many lawyers are going to speak up and so many people are going to come out. And it's giving me goosebumps, yo. I got goosebumps all over my body, yo. It's the Holy Spirit. And it's real. It's the good news. It's good news, guys. All right, so I see that nobody can scoop your broken heart off the ground better than a Scorpio can. Yes. But remember, just because you're scooping somebody's heart up off the ground doesn't mean you have to save them, Scorpio. It's not up to you to save them. It's up to them. Okay? You can't save anybody. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Look at what happens to the water. It all flows out. If you make them, if you try to push yourself on people. So, but you do have an knack for directing the brokenhearted. So it might be a counselor or therapist or psychologist or something. Anyway, I see a Scorpio who will intercede in the situation this year in order to keep the peace, meaning they will give advice, resources, or do acts of kindness or give financial help. I see a Scorpio who's going to intercede with that kind of stuff in a situation this year, okay? And there's a masculine Scorpio who is going to be more introverted, reserved, shy, and keeping emotions to their chest, whereas there will be a feminine Scorpio who are more extroverted, outgoing, courageous, and wearing their emotions on their sleeve. So there's two different aspects here. The duality of feminine and masculine aspects of Scorpio's nature may be integrating right now, both aspects this year in order to feel balanced and whole. They may be integrating. So for some, this may be a Scorpio male and female power couple coming together into union who complement one another. So I see a female Scorpio and a male Scorpio being together. And that's going to be something. Power couple right there. So Scorpios mating with each other and uniting and becoming these power couples, which is amazing. Good news. All right, so now on to the advice. Okay, for Scorpio, your annual 2024 between now going into 2025. Let's give you some advice. What do you need to know? Well, Most Scorpios I know already have the gift of emotional intelligence, and in their youth, they may have come across as an old soul, being wise beyond their years, and or appearing emotionally erratic or unstable as well. So there's that. I even see that I find Scorpio females are quite different than Scorpio males. They're pretty much like polar opposites. My advice to you is to never back a Scorpio in a corner or up against the ropes unless you are absolutely ready for battle. Okay? A Scorpio is not a force you want to ever reckon with. They sting pretty damn hard. All right? So don't mess with a Scorpio. That's my advice. Don't mess with them. They're all nice and kind and all loving and fun and yeah, all that until you mess with them. So, my advice is to seek medical attention this year, get exercise, and eat healthy for your Scorpio. And my advice to any cross watcher watching for Scorpio, never piss off a Scorpio because they will definitely hit you where it hurts. Okay? They aim right for the jugular and the throat right there. So be careful of that. Alright? Just don't. Is that the only advice I'm going to give? Still mess with them? Oh no, here we go. For those of you who refuse to worship Father God Almighty One and Mother Earth One, you will be made an example out of by the Most High, and watch everything that you place above God and earth fall away and perish. It will become frail, sick, and pass away because you chose not to make an offering. My advice, okay, is to sacrifice a bad habit this year or toxic substance to the earth and God. Promise you will no longer use it or abuse it and repent. That's my advice to you. Tend to the land so Mother Earth will protect you. Honor Father God Almighty One above all so you don't have to suffer. Now is the time to make that offering like Cain and Abel did, and every other ancestor before us. Do this in memory of Jesus, of Yeshua Christos. Whatever you choose to offer is personally up to you. For example, I offered my DNA. You know, during this autumn equinox of 2024, I offered God my blood, sweat, and tears. My blood representing the new everlasting covenant. And my sweat represents my struggle, tending to the land by myself, without the help and support of others. I had to do that thing on my own. God saw that. And my hair represents the spiritual attacks that have been placed upon me, requesting divine protection and divine justice when I place my hair and make an offering to the earth. Because I've been wrongfully persecuted too. I think we all have, in some way, shape, or form. Nobody's perfect. It's a human condition, right? To judge, to wrongfully persecute somehow. But that's my advice to you. And after you make your offering, please try to spread the good news until Jesus returns. That's it. It's very simple. Isn't that one simple act of kindness and sacrifice your creator, your higher power, worth it in the end? I think it's a no-brainer. Anyway, that's me. But whenever you wish to connect with God or the Elohim, sit by running water and meditate and just ask and you shall receive, Scorpio. There's a Scorpio I'm addressing right now, right here, right now, who is a prophet or prophetess like myself. And God's just waiting for you to address him. And Mother Earth is just waiting for you to address her. And then, honor thy mother and father. That's all they want. That's all they ask for, is to be acknowledged, and to be seen, to be felt, to be heard, to be appreciated. Okay. It's a living being. The earth is a living being. Yes, God is a living being as well. Just because he's not in the flesh, he's still a living being. He still has feelings. So trust your intuition and inner knowing. There's going to be a person of interest who will show up. Let this person take the lead, is my advice to you, Scorpio. Let them do leading. And be cautious, be patient, and try new things this year. Don't try to do something to make someone jealous, because this will backfire on you. It's about being on the same page. Pride and ego may get in the way. You might even feel that rebound energy coming in. But you got to do the death of the ego. You got to do death of the ego. Don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap of temptation. Okay. Because we are being tested all the time by God. So watch out for an energy of someone who regrets losing you, like an ex. As soon as you or them gets what they want, they drop you like a hot potato. I'm just giving you advice here. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it, Scorpio. Nurture yourself. Get self-care. Because this internal garden will grow externally if you nurture yourself. Nurture and self-care for yourself. Like, put you first. Make you a priority over them. Over those people who don't make you a priority. Make yourself a priority then. Nurture yourself. Get self-care this year. All right. Scorpio, choose what you love. So work doesn't really seem like work, is my best advice to you. You're waiting for promotion perhaps, or a life path choice. Just know your worth. Raise the bar. Aim high. You deserve better, right? Release what is not serving you this year. Just release what's not serving you and aim for something higher, is my advice to you. Don't sell yourself short. Because there is a business opportunity here coming in 2025. Be open to offers and ideas. There's a business owner that sees you with high standards, and they have more to offer and bring something to the table that you may even have to travel to get this business opportunity off the ground. You may even have to travel. I see somebody is fantasizing about being in a relationship. My advice is to look before you leave, my friend. You may be a little guarded or defensive, or think that this person has other options. Somebody didn't get what they wanted, kept it to themselves. Maybe your type. But other opportunities for love are still coming in this year, so keep that in mind. There will be a lot of opportunities for love. Scorpio, I love you. My advice is to don't lose faith in yourself. Don't do it. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith, my friend. Stay faithful. And be careful of the story someone tells you. Take your time. Find temperance. You might even feel like you're being friend zoned, but there's positive vibes surrounded by negative energy here. It makes you a little uncomfortable. Somebody who puts in the effort and has that out with the old, in with the new kind of like energy, masculine energy that oozes sexuality even. Be careful of those stories. Get out there in the world and connect face to face and be wise. Okay? Be wise. I see someone walking away from somebody. You are going to be validated and confirmed. You may have shunned someone and they are going to be trying to crawl back into your life. Put a do not enter sign, okay? You are right. What you are feeling is right, especially during Scorpio season. So please listen to yourself, Scorpio, please. Anything that feels too risky or unstable, don't do it. Don't do it. All right? Now on to the hard messages. Okay? Somebody is sending mixed signals. They're a natural born leader who doesn't trust easily. So be careful of taking a risk. It feels off. What is this person doing while you are waiting? Keep your options open. Then, I wouldn't say this is good advice, but this is some advice that some of the readers have said that you might need to know. There will be suffering in silence, unwilling to make a sacrifice here. You might see yourself doing that this year. Suffering in silence. Not completely fulfilled because you are doing the same thing, not moving to the next level. You are just doing the same old, same old. So you need to level up here, Scorpio, if you want to be satisfied, completely fulfilled. You need to move out of your comfort zone a little bit. You need to get out of your comfort zone. Someone finds you deep and mysterious, wanting to get to know you better this year. There's going to be someone like that. Deep and mysterious, Scorpio, huh? Interesting. And I'm almost done, by the way, with my messages. I see someone having a sudden epiphany when someone puts on the brakes. Mastering the energy of the Emperor and Empress. Know your worth and value. Releasing a situation that doesn't serve. Ask yourself, Scorpio, are you in alignment with this person? Don't chase. This person may be a little full of themselves. Just saying. They might be a little bit full of themselves. You might find that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyways. I have to laugh. I have another prophecy. I prophesy the rollout of the mark of the beast in the year 2025. There's going to be the mark of the beast, guys. It's going to be on the hand or the forehead, under the skin. Now, I know that sounds kind of scary, thinking that we're living in Revelations and not these things are occurring, but they are. And we can't ignore them. So, I just want to give you a heads up about that. Don't fall for it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your freedom. It's just not. It's not worth your freedom, and it's not worth being damned for eternity. It's not. And I'll tell you that because a lot of people will fall for this mark, there will be a civilization in the near future with no hands. There will be a whole group of people that don't have hands because they forfeited the mark, because they didn't want to die in hell. They didn't want to die. Be eternally damned. Die with the mark. So, knowing how pivotal that is, keep that in mind. You might have to sacrifice your hand in the future if you decide to take the mark. It's up to you. I don't know what the people with the foreheads are going to do. The mark on the foreheads. They're not going to be able to cut that off your head. You're dead, right? You're going to die with that If you got it on your forehead, you're gonna die with that. All right. Anyhow, I know it's not really a laughing matter, guys. It's serious, but it just puts things into perspective when someone warns you ahead of time and you don't heed the warning and you fall for it anyway. So there's that. I see Scorpio placements have faced many struggles and challenges concerning their health and emotional, mental health, and physical health. There's a reason for that. Why you've faced these struggles. And it's testament to your faith in God. And it's also a testament to your God-given powers of healing. Because we are bestowed that when Jesus sacrificed himself on that cross for our sins. He bestowed those gifts of healing upon us when we are truest believers. And so you're going to see that possibly this year. You're going to see a lot of people suffering, and you're going to be able to heal them with your gifts of divine wisdom. Divine touch, and divine faith. And that is a miraculous thing that people are subdued to witness at this time on earth in order to go to the next level in which we are headed in evolution. So, do not undermine those who are facing these struggles for a reason, are meant to, in order to overcome them and to help others heal from them, those experiences as well, and to share their stories with others. So that is primarily that. And also, we're leveling up. The surface of our planet is getting hotter. The magnetic field is getting weaker. So things are shifting and changing, and so will our bodies and our minds and our hearts. So keep that in mind for 2025. Things are shifting, my friend. And we are at the peak season of solar cycle 2025 here. We are just on the cusp of it, my friend. And there's so many changes that are going to take place. You may feel zapped of all your energy at times this year and pushing yourself to preserve towards the beginning of the Scorpio season, the year 2025. I see you going through the motions gradually, preserving your energy because you're feeling zapped. You go through these cycles where you're just feeling completely drained. But this is a message for a select few men, okay? I feel for you. All I have seen is you overcame quite a lot this past decade. I wish to be very clear when I say how proud God is of all of you. Shim has shown me a vision of how resilient you are, Scorpio. Truly, you are an inspiration to others, Scorpio. You've overcome a lot. These few select men that I see. And this is a message for a select few women out there. Some people are not aware of how difficult your life has been. You don't look anything like what you've been through in this life. And when faced with adversity, you have triumphed over obstacles, Scorpios, where most people have fallen short. People who don't know this may have taken you for granted. Now, in particular, I want to tell you about a friend of mine, Tabby, who's a Scorpio. I want to tell my friend Tabitha that you are a force not to be reckoned with, sister, soul sister. Some of my best friends are Scorpio signs, and so is one of my sons. So I know what y'all have been through. And you guys are like so resilient. It's insane. Like, I'm going to give you an example. There's this girl, my best friend Tabby here. My car breaks down. This girl gets under the hood and starts like a man getting that car to work. Like, she got it like that. Like, she just like, I got this, don't worry, B. She gets right under the hood and she's just like, and gets it going and moving again. I'm like, how'd you do that? I don't know how this woman does it. This woman has been through so much, more than any other woman I've ever known. And she just does it. I don't know how she does it. And it just amazes me. Like, I'm really flabbergasted by how this woman can just get up and keep going after all she's been through. And so I want to give you mad kudos and props for my Scorpios out there who are so resilient in making it happen. Like, day in and day out, even though they're tired, they're fed up, they feel taken for granted, but yet they're doing it. And, you know, they never stop. They never stop. And when somebody says, oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, yeah? Watch me, right? And that's a Scorpio. Watch me. I'm going to do it. Now, about this vase that's been leaking all over my table, I want to end it here. You got to understand that this, obviously, is probably an experiment. Experiment gone wrong. Somehow, we as human beings think that we could play God, and we can't. And God's going to show us that. What God has created is perfect symbiosis and perfect synchronization of every living being that He's created on earth. It's not just us here. We're here with others. We're here with other beings too, that He thinks fondly of and doesn't want them to be extinct as well because of something we did. You know, we throw off the balance. Guess what? God's going to teach us a lesson, right? Well, this is what it is. After the world gets saturated, it's going to be frozen. Once it gets frozen, it's going to split. The earth is going to split. Parts of land are going to crack down the middle. This is what He showed me. And it's going to be after an ice age, a mini ice age or something like that. So there's that. But I believe we were put here because we knew about this ahead of time, and we came here and volunteered to fix the problems that we created. I mean, if I know I am, I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but I know I am a volunteer. My mission is to spread the word, the message of God, God's message. And that's my purpose at this time. And I will spread many messages because this is my calling. It is my place. So yay. I hope you enjoyed the intuitive reading. And I will be coming out with the tarot card aspect of this tarot. Will be coming out part 2 very shortly, probably tomorrow or the day after. Okay? So enjoy. And and I will show you my little pond before I go because it's new. I'm so happy. I got a little pond here. We put some sand at the bottom of it. And there's a turtle in here somewhere. There he is. Mr. Nubs. Some fishies. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, being around flowing water is a very meditative way to spread joy and peace and ground. So do I have any questions? Doesn't look like it. All right. Well, Jesus and me loves y'all. And this doesn't really want to egg. That's weird. Okay. Here we go.